Hi, Aries. Hi, Aries. It's Christelle Martinette here. I have a different setup. I'm locked into a room. I have a house full of people. It's holiday season here, and so I warned people to stay away while I do this. I'm going to put a reading out for you now. Do a reading, but I'm going to do it using the Lenormand cards and the Lenormand with a small mini tableau. And hi there. Hi there. And then that's the first half of the reading. The second half of the reading will be you in relation to other signs. So let's get that right on. I'm going to go every now and then I'll put, the camera lower so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to do that now. Take a look. I could still peek in. All right, let's see. Now, I'm going to have to put on my glasses in every now and then as well. All right, now the mini grand tableau are rows of four rows of four, and they each have a meaning. So bear with me when I need a moment to calculate the position and then realize what each card, in which position they are in. So, and one more. Okay. And I'm thinking here. All right. Now, Aries, first of all, I'll go into, say, the weeks. Let's talk about, let me first talk about all of the areas. Now, there's going to be a lot of talk. You remember we just came back from a full moon reading, and there was a lot of talk of release. And here too, there's going to be thinking, talking. Right, there are two ideas here. There's a double reading here. Hello, everybody. First of all, you're blessed with a lot of sex, many of you, and I know it's not all of us. So let's just hold our horses. But that's one reading. And the other reading is that there's a lot of talk about the releasing, endings and beginnings. And what I'm seeing is the surprise, a big surprise in the area of surprises, because all of the positions have a meaning. And the surprises is someone coming home, somebody, you feeling like you're coming home, or someone coming to you. And it's I'm reading it more like that. You coming, someone's coming to you. I have here also the ideas of endings. And the idea of endings here has to do with your sense of security, but not in the way you may think. An ending here concerns, for those of you, for example, are on a full-time job and you want to leave that full-time job. That's going to happen. That decision will be taken in the month of May. Did I say April? It was a reading for May, Aries. And then there's also the area of communication, and a lot of your ideas will evolve around your health. Communication, you'll be talking to people about how best to cure yourself. You may be starting homeopathic medicine treatment differently from the past. You may be seeing new doctors for some very light idea. Some of you have high cholesterol, but you don't want to go down the route to have pills. You want to have a different, so that's going to be the first week of May. The second week of May, I have here the notion of your livelihood, your work, and it has to do with taking a mature decision to actually leave your full-time job. Many of you taking a mature decision. You're thinking that the time is right to stop. The time is right to change. The time is right that I go into my own business. Now, the sense of security, the actual sense of security, that's here. It's not in your money. That's here. Your actual sense of security is really blessed the month of May, because I believe for months you have been preparing your groundwork. Not so much in terms of you getting other jobs or you investing, no, but preparing the ground work for your mind to imagine that, yes, I can say goodbye, I quit, go there and say, I quit. I know where I can get cash. I know that there's sources of energy, of money for me to bank on. And so that is really looking good. I would say that's one of the best areas of the month of May. Then we have this notion about guidance, where you look for guidance. And here it's without the shadow of a doubt, Aries, you are looking for guidance more, not from your therapist, but from literally the stars, from a spiritual, from an upper dimension. You're going to want to start thinking, how can I talk to my guides? You're going to want to think, well, I'm sure that there is a way for me to communicate with someone who has passed. Maybe they will give me help in understanding what kinds of decisions I need to make, Now, there's also the area of actually being and feeling that you will be in a sense of home, being how can I put it, this area that makes you feel you are going to what you can call your home. This area will be a little bit of a nuisance. You may have to travel a lot. It may be a month of moving all around, and there will be very little time for you. It's a busy month, and that will mean be very little time for you to feel like you're at home and relax in the entire month. Then I have an area that has to do with public life. And here too, this is another area that's blessed, because the more you are in the public, say you're traveling for work in May, you're going to conferences, you're giving seminars. Well, this is really blessed because you shine, you really shine. Then there is the area of difficulties, quite difficulties, say, areas of your life that may cause you difficulties, obstacles, the obstacles that are in your way. I can't buy a car because I don't have, the money, so now that too, if you aspire to something, if you're aiming at, I'll use this silly example of buying a car, and that is, you've been counting on that for the month of May for so long. Well, it's not going to work for the month of May, because that's an area where you'll have an outflow of cash, and it won't be there for you to purchase the automobile that you want. So whatever you desire, say your the obstacles will be there. There is a month when your objectives may not reach, the target because of obstacles in your way. This also has to do with spirituality, though. This I'm calling it a house, this position in the mini grand tableau, and that position is all about spirituality, and it is a heightened sense, and we mentioned a little bit before of that. This is a heightened sense of spirituality for you, Aries. Very, very interesting in the month of May. You'll be finding that May is like a watershed. After May, I'm going to, start really talking to my guides directly with no interference. Then we have the area that talks about decisions to be made. And I see that in May, the decisions to be made will be made when you're traveling. There will be decisions to be made concerning travel as well. And it is a month that is, you're on the go. You will be on the go. And it's a positive thing in many respects. It may constitute the reason behind not having enough cash flow to make your purchases, if that is your pleasure. And then we have the area of problems, areas of problems, nuisances, things that can go wrong. Well, I've got here this lovely card. I haven't shown you the cards. I'm sorry, Aries. I don't want to go back. You won't even understand them. But in the area of nuisances, I've got the rider, and the rider says, open. The doors are open. The doors are open. You don't have any obstacles except with this area. This is the snake. When you are aiming for objectives, there is an obstacle in your way, which also may be constituted by another person. You want to purchase that car, another person came by and picked it up right under your nose. Someone you're expecting payment, there is another person who doesn't make that payment in time for you then to have, available that cash flow. Then there is the area of something that is hidden. Okay, something that is hidden. And quite frankly, Aries, I'll just say it. What is hidden? It's a man. It's a man. There's a man in your life that is hiding. Okay, it's sort of, how can I say? You'll be on the go the whole month of May. There's a trip here, though. Go to my parent. A lot. And there is a certain someone. Okay, this could be a man or a female, obviously. And there is a certain person that's trying to get into your schedule and not making it obvious, saying to you, "Oh, well, are you home?" Implying, "Can I see you?" And they're almost, after the first one, the second one, the third time when you say you're not, they'll stop, asking, and then they'll be you'll start entertaining this communication, this written communication, this WhatsApp communication, this text messages. And but they're there. They are absolutely there, and they're not in hiding, but they're not in the immediacy of the situation. And the lucky ones of us Aries will be able to see them, but we'll see that later. Then there is the area of communication, more or less communication that takes place on the written, in the written mode. And I've got here the lovely garden, and that talks of public communication. That talks of you being on the up and up and not having to hide like this person. You being on the up and up, and being your feedback for your public communication is overwhelming. Then we have an area where there's a male in your life. If you have a male in your life, there is this lovely clover, which is so lucky and happens so quickly. Things evolve so quickly with this male. But it also is the male side of you, all of those things, those characteristics that imply that you need to make to be a protagonist, to have power, to have responsibility, to wield power. And those are very, very lucky in the month of May. Then there is this female influence, this woman, in your life, if there's a woman in your life. And we come out with the house, and they are there. They are there in waiting. They're waiting for you. If there is not a woman in your life, this recalls the female influences, your female side, if you're a male, and the femininity of you, if you're a woman. And it talks about opening, keeping an open perspective to people who come toward you, and being open and remaining open, ladies and gentlemen, Aries friends. Now, on this, let's talk about each week in May. The first week, ladies and gentlemen, those were the areas, the domains. And the first week is definitely a week where you're going to be talking and thinking about returning. And this could be a return to an old job, could be return to an old flame, could be returning home, could be returning to an old job I see here. And it will definitely be returning to basics in terms of your health. The second week offers you the opportunity to Aries, for those of you who really like challenges, and Aries really like challenges, it will offer you the possibility to have a challenge, the challenge that comes with areas of guidance, trying to get in touch with the powers that be, or the supernatural world, other dimensions. The time is ripe for you, Aries, to do that. You are under, as I said, a lucky star in terms of that type of other dimension, communication, even with a male or female in your life, a significant other. You can communicate with them, seeing that they may be hidden from sight. You will be able to communicate with them on a different plane. Many of you who listen might be thinking, well, how can I do that? All you have to use is your thought patterns. Then the third week of May also offers us such a lovely opportunity to reach the heights of intuition. That's one, because you are guided to do that from the universe. Also, it will be a moment of travel, but it will also be a moment, well, these two talk to you of travel. They were positioned like this, so they're going into each other. You know, they are, there is travel in that third week, and preparing for travel in the third week. But it is in the travel that is the most luckiest moments, as we saw before. And then the tail end of the month, Aries, the tail end of the month is when you literally feel like going into the town square in front of the municipality and scream to the hilltops, I am in love. You know, because you have this feeling all around you. You have this other dimension communication with people, even if you don't see them. And you're starting to get into a modality, which is much different from the past, Aries, much different from the past, that concerns you in a position of not really needing to see a person and touching them and having sex and interacting with them. It's it's not characteristic for you. What you are thinking is that you're making do with all of your other qualities, nose, your smell, sight, hearing, your voice as well. And you know that there's more, there's other earthly communication, otherworldly communication. And it's a really interesting difference. So that is probably the gift that comes to you in the month of May, Aries. So now I'm going to pull this up, and then I'm going to take the Happy Tarot, real fun deck. And what I'm going to do is first see if I got the right deck. Yes. First, mix them as I speak and explain this. So that reading was for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Sun, Moon, and Rising. And now I'm going to pull 12 cards that will represent one each their zodiac sign and what those zodiac signs mean in relation to you, the role that they have in your life in relation to you. So let's see what that is. And I'll show you each card as we read it. Okay. So we've got Aries. It's you or another Aries in your life. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo and Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. Well. When I was a child, I always used to want to grow a beard and have a mustache because I used to see people and I thought, how come that you can't do that? I used to go to church. My family was Catholic, and so when we'd go to church, I'm thinking, how come the altar boys are only boys? There are no altar girls. I want to be an altar girl. Okay, let me show you the Aries card that is either you or yourself or you and another Aries. And this is the Five of Coins, And you'll find that this deck ascribes to the universal meanings, but I'm reading them differently. Very similar, actually, because another Aries in your life, if you have another Aries in your life, it is a person who will want to complain. They will want to complain, and they're going through a rough patch in their mind. And We are not complainers usually. The Aries are not complainers, but an Aries to an Aries in May will be a little heavy load for you. So you may want to, keep them at bay. If this relates to you, this is talking about you musing about your spiritual qualities and the way that you can hone your skills to be more intuitive and more able to get messages when you want them. Then the Taurus in your life. The Taurus in your life here, I find that this is a Three of Wands. The Three of Wands. This Taurus person gives you so much satisfaction, Aries. So much satisfaction. It could be a child, but it also could be a friend or a relative. And these are friends, relatives, people in your, could be in the working situation. But what I'm looking at is a person who is you can count on, you can rely on them, and they are very strong. They give you strength. They give you strength. Then also the just a moment. I have these poor people that I'm hosting. Hold on just a second. Okay, they're very nice. It's just the blaring. I can't stand the television. I can't stand the sound. Okay, so then we were at the Gemini card, and the Gemini card is the five. Oh, the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups. Look at this little boy crying. The Five of Cups. I see the Gemini far from crying, Aries, in relation to you. I see the Gemini wanting to. Now, granted, these are all zodiac signs, but you may not have these as friends or relatives or anybody in your work near you. This is just to talk to everyone. This is a general reading, and you just take what belongs to you. What applies to you. The Gemini is a person who would like to entertain something of more than a friendship, more of than just a colleague. They want a bit more. And when they see that you're just not there, you're just not there, you're just not there, then you have this little person starting to cry. They already knew before they approached you, but there's something that just doesn't work between you and them at that level, Then we have a Cancer, and the Cancer that's around you here is the Cancer that's around you here is represented by the Page of Coins. The Page of Coins. Now, this is a real interesting card. This Cancer person is an interesting person because they always have your best interests in mind, and you can count on them, but they truly have your best interests in mind. It's not like I was looking at the Taurus. Taurus seems like a younger person. This is a person who knows you well and knows how to help you when you need help, is there for you. It's an unconditional, even if you don't give back. And it doesn't matter. They are there for you. Then I have the Leo card. The Leo is the Two of Swords. I love this deck. It's so playful. The Two of Swords. Now, the Two of Swords in Leo person is a person who will bring you to, it's like the expression, you can bring a horse to water, but you can't make the horse drink. You have to do that yourself. This Leo person is going to want you to take you there to the water and try to make you understand certain things. And they're going to want to sit there and until you drink, They're there for you. So I'm seeing these very, very rich month for you, Aries, in terms of people acting in relation to you in unconditional way, which is lovely. Now I have the Virgo card. The Virgo card, Aries, here is the Six of Cups. Well. Reminds me of ho, 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 Merry Christmas. This Virgo here is potentially a person who returns to your life, a person who unexpectedly returns, who writes to you or calls you and uses any kind of excuse. I just thought of you. I just out of the blue. How are you? And wants to strike up a conversation, strike up, and just is testing the waters to see where you're at now. Then we have the Libra card, and the poor Libra card. The poor Libra card is represented by this Three of Swords, and this god awful pain Libra is, and not the Libra is not a pain in the neck, but this is a person who's undergoing emotional pain and severe emotional pain, and if you are in a relationship with a Libra person, this may be due to many different things, of course, but I'm seeing it is not related to you. They themselves have emotional issues involving either their relatives or their friendships or their other interests, but they will be going through a rough patch. Then I have the Scorpio card, and the Scorpio is represented by the Seven of Swords. Now look how nice that is. Interesting. Now usually the Seven of Swords is a card that talks of fighting, and then wanting to pick up all the things that you're using, all those swords, and go away. It's animosity, it's arguments, and I'm seeing here that it's more not arguments with you by no means. This poor Scorpio is having, is battling in it out. They must have anxiety that is pulling, apart their inners, and they're between, as we say in English, a rock and a hard place. They're going through a difficult moment because they need to make decisions and they need to understand what responsibilities are theirs and what are yours. Then we have the Sagittarian in your life, potential Sagittarian in your life, is this Ace of Coins. How lovely that is, Ace of Coins. Look, the Sagittarian in your life is a person who is part of the sun. They are part of the sun. They are the love of your eyes. There's an expression, luce dei miei occhi, the light of my eyes. You look at them and all you see is light for you in May. There's someone who you really have a soft spot for them. And I'm not talking, it doesn't necessarily have to be a partner. This could be a child. This could be a brother, a sister. It could be a parent. It could be an aunt or a friend. But there is a soft spot in your heart for them. Then we have the Capricorn. And the Capricorn card is here, the Eight of Swords. Boy, those Capricorns out there, though your Capricorn in this month of May in relation to you is the person that will not take a step, will not approach you, will not, Aries, you'll not be able to see them. Perhaps they live far away. You're not going to be able to interact with them because you're not, they live far away. But in any case, this is a person who has a lot on their plate and they're staying put. Then we have the Aquarius card. Aquarius, I have the Eight of Wands. Wow, that's much, much more of a positive card than the Eight of Swords. I do hope you can hear me. I'm seeing the sound as not being that high, but we'll see what we can do for the next video. This Eight of Wands, Aquarius, the Eight of Wands is a card that really, we call them, the shooting wands of love. So this is something that happens very fast with you. I mean, if meet an Aquarius, they will really, you won't even understand. It's going to be so fast, really so fast. They are going to be masters at getting your attention, masters at focusing on you and having your attention focus on them. Watch out for that, Aquarius. And then the Pisces. The Pisces is represented by the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups, of course, we call this the wish card. This is a person you want to keep very close, very close. The Pisces person in your life for the month of May is a person who is an important person. Let's just say that, okay? Between this Aquarius and that Pisces, Aries, if you come across them, you're going to be a goner. I do hope this was of help, ladies and gentlemen, Aries friends. And like, share, and subscribe. I would appreciate that. Okay, I'll shut off the video and then I'll go answer you. Bye-bye, everybody, until we read together again. Bye-bye.